Hello and welcome to a special edition of Woke Watch. And it's special because rather than just finding a woke story online and ranting about it, there's actually a very woke online test called the 7 Genders test. And I've taken it. I should make clear I first heard about this from a YouTuber I follow, a proper YouTuber with a studio and a script, not this shit. The channel's called Unapologetic with Amala. This is her. She's a bit more right-wing than me politically, but she's very articulate, and I think we can agree, extremely fuckable. The test consists of 35 questions, and don't worry, I'm not going to go through all 35, just a few to give you a feel for the 7 Genders test. I answered all the questions as honestly as possible, but I know that my gender, or my gender identity, matches my physical sex. I'm a man, and I know that because reality and all that jazz. So I was sure the test would reflect that. It would say that I'm a straight man. So let's find out if I am a straight man or actually a trans woman. So here we go. My gender identity matches the sex I was assigned at birth. Yes, 100%, I've got a cock and bollocks, I'm a man. Next, I truly cherish the fact that I am able to present myself as a traditional man or woman. For that, I answered neutral. I don't cherish that I can present as a traditional man. I'm a man. End of. I use my gender expression to go beyond the limits of what society considers acceptable. And for that I put strongly agree, because I'm a 44-year-old straight man. But if you know me in person, I'm very, very open. And a lot of men my age aren't, because we're conditioned from childhood not to show emotion. Instead, bottle everything up inside and then lash out at something completely fucking unconnected. Or, if not, commit suicide. Because, well, when it comes to ending our own lives, ladies, we are well ahead of you. Also, I've got friends who are gay, lesbian, bisexual. The friend group is also very diverse. And the thing that stands out most for me is that badge says women's rights are human rights, and I've had so many women come up to me and say it's not typical for a man to do that. However, this is a very woke quiz, so I expect what they're thinking for a acceptable behaviour for a middle-aged man is driving around in a Ford Transit, shouting obscenities at the pretty girls and headbutting fucking rocks. Medical professionals have told me or my caregivers that I should consider genital surgery so that I can live a normal life. Now, I don't agree with that at all, and I know the whole trans thing is very popular at the moment. So if a doctor does advise you to have genital surgery, please be aware he may just be late on the payments for his fucking Ferrari. Next, many people have been confused or surprised by the sight of my unclothed body. First up, define many. And I don't think anyone's been confused or surprised when I've had my kit off. Disappointed, maybe. In fact, it reminds me that there are many feminists who say that pornography is harmful because it sets unrealistic body images for women. I think I should let them know it's not overly realistic for the majority of men. If I took pornography seriously, I would know two things. Firstly, apparently I have the smallest dick in the world, and secondly, Asian men don't exist. There was also a question that I didn't bother to write down, but it went along the lines of, have you experienced violence or discrimination based on your gender? So park the violence to one side. Have I ever experienced discrimination due to my gender? Well, yes, because everyone fucking has. When I've been to nightclubs, I've never been into the ladies' toilets, which I'm told are usually like little palaces. I've never rung up work and said I can't come in, I've got severe period pains. And in the workplace, when there's heavy shit that needs moving, it's normally the men that do it. And I can't pass myself off as a woman because of the beard. After all 35 of these somewhat baffling questions, here are my results. I am 36% cisgendered, or normal. I expected that number to be much higher, because I'm also 60% genderqueer. So thus far, that's 123%. The maths isn't good on this. And do I appear queer? I always thought I was more of a traditional man, you know, again, with the beard and the shaved head. But according to this test, I tick every fucking box. I'm 30% agender, so having no gender at all. How can I have no gender and be genderqueer? I'm 20% non-binary. Surely these things should fucking cancel each other out. And on top of that, I'm 13% intersex. Intersex people are hermaphrodites. I've had many x-rays and no doctor has ever found ovaries. Then there's just a smidge of gender fluid and also transgender. When we add it all together, it comes to 198%. So that means there's one of me and another one of me with, say, a finger missing. Of course, this is all bullshit. I know it, you know it. But that isn't what concerns me. What concerns me is the teenagers who take this test, who are going through puberty, a very confusing time. They won't, because they're having this gender identity crap forced down their throat every day, particularly by woke teachers. So when I was at school, there were boys and girls, whereas now, a younger person can be at school, they can be a boy and a girl, or a boy and a girl at the same time, or more of a boy than a girl, but that can change on an hourly basis, or they can also not even be a boy or a girl or a fucking human. What a time to be alive. As ever, thanks for watching.